Okay. All right, all right. That took a little bit longer than it normally does to get myself set up here on Instagram. Hi, everybody. My name is Heather Vickery. I am a transformational success coach here to help you learn to make joy your set point, your foundation point. Joy doesn't have to be earned. You don't have to check off all the boxes. You don't have to please everybody else in order to live a joy-filled life. Why does this matter? Why is this something that we're spending any time and energy and effort on at all? Because look, we are all conscious leaders, or at least we should be trying to be conscious leaders. And if we want to create and enact change, if we want to be part of making an impact in the world that is going to make things stronger and better and healthier, we can't do that by being business as usual. We can't do that by following all of society's rules that have been designed to keep us down, to keep us small, to keep us unhappy and unhealthy. It requires that we say, fuck the rules, that we break the rules, and we start building life on our own terms. You were born with the right to be joyful and hopeful and believe in possibility. And maybe society and the universe has beat that out of you a little bit, but I want you to find it again. I want to help you connect with that again. And I do that in a number of different ways, including through private one on one coaching, the Spark Collective, which is my community membership that's only $18 a month that helps you connect with yourself, give yourself a little time, love, attention, self-care, just a few minutes a day, just a couple times a week. You don't need to spend a ton of money or a ton of time in order to grow yourself from the inside out, learn to like, love, and trust yourself, build your intuition, and make joy your set point. You can do that easily. The Spark Collective helps you do that lickety split, right? I also host retreats all over the world. They're Journey to Self retreats. They are amazing. We have one coming up right now in Costa Rica. It's at the Imaloa Institute. It is gorgeous, nestled right in the middle of the rainforest and the ocean. The most amazing place. We've pulled out all the stops. It is a 5-star experience, and you can get in right now and save $300 on your Costa Rica retreat registration. Save $300 right now on your Costa Rica retreat registration by using code SAVE300CR. You'll find the links to all of that in my bio. And last but not least, I have the Alchemy Incubator. So this is a small, intimate, private group for 10 incredible, this one is women only, who are ready, conscious leaders who are really ready to learn to lead from embodied joy, to learn to play and explore and know that when you grow yourself, you grow your business. The Alchemy Incubator comes with monthly hypno breathwork sessions. It comes with subconscious reprogramming, human design work, regular success coach, all that amazing stuff, as well as 2 retreats, not just one, but 2. Not Costa Rica. That's wrong. Chicago and Portugal. Yes, yes, I'm taking a group of people to Portugal. You know why? Because I want to, and I do what I want. I learned a long time ago that if I wanted life to work out for me, I had to be in charge. So one of the things that I help people do is claim radical responsibility for themselves. Are you ready to claim radical responsibility for yourself? And do you even know what that means? It means that you can't change or control anyone but you. But when you change yourself, the people around you change. And when you own your role and responsibility and everything that's happening in your life, suddenly you have more power. You have more control. You have the ability to create the shift that you want because you're more aware. And you are the only one with a magic wand to change your life, folks. You are the only one. So the question is, do you want to learn how to use that magic wand, or are you going to just sit by and let life happen to you? Every week I come on here on Thursdays at 12 p.m. Central, except next week because I'll be traveling. I'm sorry about that, but almost every week. And I share a different topic, a different way that you can step up and into your life in a way that gives you more control, that brings you more joy, that makes you feel more empowered and connected and happy and experiencing pleasure and believing in hope and possibility and getting out of the stuck phase, because you're only stuck if you choose to be stuck. Remember that life is happening for you, not to you. This week, I am specifically talking about what this means to me as a parent. And it's a pretty tender topic, if I'm being honest. Um, I was having so I wrote a really great blog post about it and a LinkedIn article, and I've shared a lot of different thoughts on it. So if you guys follow me in any of the other places, you can go and check those things out. This stems from a conversation I had with a dear family friend um, about the fact that I am not a traditional, typical mom. And so I've used the word parent here, but I really do think I'm talking to moms in the room because the double standard of being a mom doesn't really apply to the dads in many cases. The things that I'm about to talk about, dads have been doing this for a really long time and it's been socially acceptable. But I am not the mom who sacrifices everything constantly for my children. I am not the mom who stays home all the time and doesn't do anything for herself, doesn't ever care for herself. I am the mom who chases my dreams, who has decided that when I show up for myself, when I love myself and support myself and dream big and then make those dreams come true, that makes me a better mom. And it shows my daughters, I have all daughters, it shows my daughters that they can do the same thing, that they can rewrite the rules, they can unravel whatever society has sort of prescribed for them and make it what they want it to be. And I didn't always do that. So let's be clear. Let me tell you guys a little bit of my backstory, which I haven't done in a really long time. Um, I grew up in Indianapolis and I always knew I wanted to have kids. I went away to college, got a theater and English degree from a small school, actually in Springfield, Ohio, Wittenberg University. Springfield's in the news these days, not for good reasons. But I'm like, oh, nobody's ever heard of Springfield. And now they have. And when I graduated, I just started following the path that everyone had set out for me. And I believed that the only way I could be happy was to check all of those boxes. Thought I had to check all of those boxes. I had to marry a nice boy, man, and have the babies and, live this beautiful little perfect American life. And I did it. I did all those things. I did them. And I married a really nice guy. He's a really nice guy. And I had 4 gorgeous, perfect, healthy children. Now, where I was always a little bit of a rebel was the fact that I knew very quickly out of college that while I worked well with people, I didn't work well for people. And when I was quite young, 25 years old, I decided to, thank you, Chris Davis, love you, baby. I decided to start my own business. I started an a luxury event and wedding planning business because I had been in events for quite a long time and I just didn't fucking like working for somebody. I just didn't like it. It didn't fit me. And now that I have the experience I have and the knowledge I have, and I'm certified in human design, I can see how and why, because I am not designed to follow someone else blindly. I am absolutely designed to be the guide and the lead and be in the forefront. So I've been an entrepreneur almost my entire adult life, and that was a rebel move, right? But my parents are both entrepreneurs, right? So there was a foundation for that. There was no foundation for not following the prescribed role of being a woman in America or maybe anywhere in the world. I don't know. I've never lived anywhere else in the world. Um, what did happen though is day after day, month after month, year after year, I felt like I was less and less of a human. I existed less. I became smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until I finally got really honest with myself and admitted that I had married the wrong gender. Um, I was gay. I was gay, and I there had been lots of signs, but I missed them all. I ignored them. I truly, truly did not know any lesbians in my life, and I think if I had found the lesbians in college, maybe we would have a different story. But I didn't. I didn't find them, and I didn't know until I really knew. And then I pretended that that wasn't. It didn't matter, right? Because you don't get married to get divorced. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna live with this. until I really felt like it was going to kill me. And there was a moment where I was looking around the breakfast table at all four of my daughters, and I thought, what is the advice I would give them if they were in the same situation? And it wasn't, well, suck it up. You made your bed. Now live with it. It was, beautiful girl, go out and be you. The world is waiting for you to show up. The world is waiting for you to take up space, to be bigger, to trust yourself. And like instantly, I had that thought. That is what I would tell my girls. And instantly I went, oh, fuck. Now I have to do that. If that's what I want for them, then I have to do that for me so that they can see it. All right. So that's where it started. And I kind of burned my whole life to the ground. I closed my business and started my coaching business, and I got a divorce and did all sorts of things. I bought my first car all by myself at the age of 40. I was 40 when I bought my own car for the first time by myself. I'm going to be 50 in December. So that's been a while ago, but I'll never forget buying that car. And like, I've never done this by myself. It's crazy. Right. Um, so many things changed. And in making that choice, I knew I was no longer going to be the stereotypical perfect mother, because I couldn't be that mother and live my highest vibration, best authentic life. It couldn't be done. Um, my work had me traveling all over the world to be keynote speaker, to run workshops. And also my passions had me traveling all over the world. You guys can see Paris behind me here. I took those pictures on both sides. I'm absolutely going to live in Paris several months out of the year and travel all over Europe as soon as my youngest graduates from high school. And I'm not in a hurry. I'm not in a hurry. I want her to stay little, but I'm going to go, right? I'm planning on going. So I don't sit at home and sacrifice myself, my dreams, and my desires for my children all the time. And I don't want anyone to think I'm casting judgment. However you choose to be your best self parent is exactly what you should be doing. But make sure that you're choosing it. Make sure that you are intentionally happy and joy filled in the way that you are spending your time and the way that you are choosing to be present in your children's lives. So to go back to what I'd said in the beginning, I was having this conversation with a really, really dear friend, because sometimes I feel like I am not the most desired between the two parents. Sometimes I feel like I wish maybe they needed me a little bit more. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that is. And my family friend said, um, maybe it's because you go out and you do your life, and you're not like sitting at home 24/7 available, which their other parent is. And so they just sort of build those habits. And it really got me thinking a lot about what that meant. And I don't want anyone to think like I drop things all the time. I rearrange my schedule when I have a sick kid, or to bring a sweatshirt to school because we spilled something all over our shirt, or a forgotten lunch, or whatever it is. I do all of those things. I mother differently. I arrange play dates and rides from Parisian cafes. That is okay. I schedule doctor's appointments from Mallorca. Like, we can do those things. You can be the incredible parent that you want to be on your own terms. It doesn't have to check all of the boxes of what society told you to do. And this is why the Brave Method, which is my book that I wrote, you guys can see it, the Fuck Fearless, the Brave Method. It's my creative strategic approach to problem solving, dreaming, designing, building, and actually having a life that you are madly in love with, right? And the most powerful, Brave is an acronym. It stands for boundaries, what I call the 3 R's: reassessment, reframing, resilience, action, accountability, vulnerability. And then the E is your result: expansion and empowerment, which only you can do. No one can fucking give you that. No one can give you expansion and empowerment. Those are gifts that you have to give yourself. You have to show up for yourself so that you can expand and empower yourself, right? Okay. So, but to me, the most impactful, empowering part of the Brave method are the 3 R's: reassessment, reframing, and resilience. And so, what I'm urging you to do right now today is to create a way to check in with yourself as often as possible, to reassess. Is this working? Like, do I like, are the choices I'm making and the way I'm spending my time, does it making me feel good? Am I enjoying it? Am I getting the results that I want? And if it's not, then how do you shift it and how do you change it? Right? How can you show up again differently? Because resiliency is the number one key indicator into whether or not a person will be successful. It isn't skill. Skills can be learned. Resiliency is believing that things can change and be different, but you have to be different to create change. You have to try something new. You have to go, this isn't working. What else can I try to get me closer to my goals and my dreams? One of my favorite quotes about this, related to this, is by Carl Jung. And Carl Jung says, nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on the environment and children. Wait, let me say it again. Nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on their environment and especially on their children than the unlived life of a parent. Let me say it again. Nothing has a stronger influence psychologically on their environment and especially on their children than the unlived life of a parent. This fits so perfectly with everything I teach and everything I coach on. All of the things that I say when I'm connecting with people. Making yourself smaller, sacrificing yourself and your dreams and your desires doesn't make things better for your children or the people that you love. It doesn't make things better for your clients. It doesn't make things better for anyone. You not living your life to the fullest is a detriment to everyone else. Does not make you a better person or a better parent or a better partner. We need to unwire, unravel, disassemble the ideas that tell us that we cannot chase our own dreams and desires because that makes us selfish, or because then we won't be good enough for insert whatever, right? It's time to change that. It's time to change the narrative. This is why I do the work that I do. This is why. This is why I host retreats all over the world. This is why we're going to Costa Rica in January 2026, a journey into yourself, so that you can figure out what is going to be the most joyful set point for you, so that you can figure out how to hear yourself, how to trust yourself, how to listen to your body and your intuition to know what is right for you. Because when you follow what is right for you, it is better for everyone in your life. It's better for everyone you love. It is such a gift, and we aren't taught that. We aren't taught that when we're young girls. We aren't taught that when we're kids. In fact, most of us aren't taught that as adults. Let me teach you that. Are you fucking ready to claim your space, your joy, your passions, your life? If you are ready to do that, come and hang out with me. Whether you're joining the Spark Collective for only $18 a month and just giving yourself a few minutes a day, a couple times a week, or you're joining the Alchemy Incubator, which is my incredible 10-month hands-on intensive, like, I am ready to blow up my life with joy in the most wonderful way program that includes those 2 retreats, one in Chicago, one in Portugal, because fuck yeah. Whether it's joining my retreats, right? Right now, you can save $300 on the Costa Rica retreat. Go to my website, use code SAVE300CR. You can get in on the Costa Rica retreat for under $3,000 for a 6-day all-inclusive luxury experience. Say yes to yourself. Show up for yourself. Pick yourself. You are more than enough. And I promise you, down the path Your children will see that and they will be lit up by it and they will be inspired by it. I know that. I know that from my own children. And it doesn't mean that every day is easy. And it doesn't mean that there aren't struggles. And maybe sometimes we don't pay a little price. But what you win, what you gain is worth so much more than what you have to give up. I am here almost every Thursday at 12 p.m. Central for Live with Heather Vickery. I also now have a new show. It's not on TikTok, but you can see it everywhere else: Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, called Projectors in the Wild. I co-host that with my friend Natalie Barnett. So we are both projectors, human design projectors, and we come on every Monday to talk about like what life is like on these projector streets in a generator world, because motherfucker is that shit hard. So that's Mondays at 1:30 p.m. Central. Come and hang out, watch that. You can also catch the replay anytime you want on YouTube. And I have a podcast called Was It Chance? Oh, and Was It Chance is newly out on TikTok. We have our own TikTok account now. Please come follow us and hang out there. Would love to have you do that. We're really proud of the show. We work really, really hard, and we are currently nominated for our People's Choice Podcast Award. So thank you for being here with me today. This was obviously a very emotional, passionate, big emotion-filled live show. But it had to be, in order for it to be honest and in order for it to be authentic. I am grateful that you are here. I am grateful that you spent time with me. Let's connect in all the beautiful ways. Please, please, please. And until I see you again, I'm Heather Vickery, reminding you to choose yourself bravely because you are worth it. Chris, thank you for all your love today. You are amazing. I loved seeing all the hearts and the gifts and it was delightful. Yeah, the tiny dinosaurs, they're the best. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here and for hanging out. It was fantastic. So we'll see you guys soon. Bye.